Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Chicago Med spoilers, season finale details revealed early. New Chicago Med spoilers come from the season 10 final. The showrunner decided to begin the teasing phase a bit earlier this year. Chicago Med season 10 has 5 new episodes left this spring, but will end excitingly. After the shows take a break on April 9, they return for new episodes on April 16. The season finale airs in May, but there is plenty of time to build up storylines before then. And it sounds like we will see some surprise returns, as TV Line teased returning faces. Some Chicago Med spoilers about the season 10 final. Chicago Med showrunner Alan McDonald teased the plot points for season 10, episode 22. As a reminder, the season finale airs on NBC this May, and 4 new episodes will debut before it. Circumstance forces Dr. Charles to face a dark legacy in his family. Goodwin confronts her demons as she makes some deeply difficult decisions, both personal and professional, and there will also be some unexpected faces returning, the Chicago Med showrunner revealed. That last sentence is a fun tease of some unexpected faces returning. This is where Chicago Med fans can think about which characters from the past would be interesting to see. An easy guess might be Robin Charles, played by Mekia Cox. Robin is the daughter of Dr. Daniel Charles, Oliver Platt. Since the showrunner teased his family in the synopsis, it would make sense to see the daughter of Dr. Charles again. Brian T. was also on set to direct a recent episode. That would make it easy for him to return as Dr. Ethan Choi, but that's just a guess. Alan McDonald had an additional spoiler as well. The final minutes of the hour will have some big shocks with lasting ripple effects, he revealed. It's going to be a very long summer for Chicago Med fans. Did he reveal that Chicago Med season 11 is on the way? NBC hasn't made an official announcement, but this tease indicates more episodes are coming. More news from the One Chicago shows. Here are the details on Bowden's return to Chicago Fire. Eamon Walker played Chief Wallace Bowden for the first 12 years of the hit drama. The One Chicago shows have a short hiatus before returning for a run of new episodes. Hopefully this will be the last hiatus of the year. Chicago PD finished filming season 12 and had a party. Fun pictures from the wrap party were shared online. Chicago Med fans, brace yourselves. The highly anticipated season finale has leaked ahead of schedule, and let's just say Gaffney Chicago Medical Center is about to experience a shakeup that no one saw coming, not even Dr. Archer. Buckle up for high-stakes surgeries, emotional goodbyes, and one reveal that will set the stage for the most unpredictable next season yet. A familiar face walks back through the ER doors. Yes, you read that right. Dr. Connor Rhodes, Colin Donnell, is making an appearance in the final, but not as a full-time surgeon. In a twist that's equal parts thrilling and mysterious, Rhodes is seen consulting on a rare cardiac case that baffles even the brilliant Dr. Crockett Marcel. According to sources, Connor's return is linked to a new fellowship program being proposed at Med, and it may involve international medicine. Could this be a backdoor for a future spin-off? Rhodes' appearance isn't just professional. Rumors are swirling about a very emotional reunion with Maggie Lockwood, as the two share a quiet moment in the break room that speaks volumes about how far they've both come. The train crash that changes everything. The central medical crisis of the finale is a multi-casualty train derailment that floods the ER with trauma victims. It's a chaotic, heart-pounding sequence that gives every doctor a moment to shine and to falter. Dr. Hannah Asher steps into a leadership role, proving she's more than just a redemption arc. Meanwhile, Dr. Will Halstead finds himself at the center of a moral dilemma when he's forced to choose between saving a high-profile patient or a young girl with no insurance. His decision will haunt him, according to insiders, and could have major consequences for his future at Med. A proposal and a betrayal. It wouldn't be a Chicago Med finale without some romantic turbulence, and this one delivers with a gut punch. Dr. Crockett Marcel, finally ready to move forward with Dr. Grace Song, plans an intimate rooftop proposal, complete with a string quartet and the Chicago skyline twinkling in the background. But just as he's about to pop the question, a pager goes off. And it's not hers. Turns out, Grace has been secretly fielding offers from Johns Hopkins and is preparing to leave Chicago behind. The proposal never happens. Crockett is left alone, staring out over the city, his heart broken for the second time in as many years. The case that ends in tragedy. One of the most talked about spoilers involves a case that spirals out of control. Dr. Charles takes on a patient with schizophrenia and a mysterious medical history, only to discover the individual is the long-lost sibling of one of Med's own. The identity is being kept under wraps, but fans believe it may connect to Sharon Goodwin's past, hinting at a storyline decades in the making. Despite the team's best efforts, the patient doesn't make it. The final scene involving Dr. Charles is said to be devastatingly quiet, as he sits alone in his office, clutching an old photo, eyes filled with regret. Archer's life-changing decision. Dr. Dean Archer, long known for his gruff exterior and rule-bending tendencies, faces a reckoning. After ignoring multiple warnings about his health, he collapses in the middle of a trauma surgery. The phenol reveals a long undiagnosed cardiac condition, and this time he might not bounce back. In a surprise twist, Archer appoints Dr. Choi, yes, Ethan Choi, Brian T., in a brief guest appearance, as his successor in a handwritten letter found in his locker. The two never get a chance to speak before Archer is wheeled into surgery. His fate is left hanging by a thread as the screen fades to black. A secret baby. Nurse April Sexton is back, and she's not alone. Sources confirm that she arrives with a toddler in tow and makes a beeline for Dr. Ethan Choi. Though the season has carefully kept her storyline under wraps, the finale makes it crystal clear. Ethan is the father, and he never knew. This moment, which is being described by insiders as the emotional heart of the finale, leads to a tearful embrace and the suggestion that Ethan might be sticking around a lot longer than a one-episode cameo. A hacker in the hospital. An unexpected subplot sets up next season's big bad. Midway through the episode, the entire hospital experiences a data breach. Patient files are leaked, surgeries delayed, and chaos ensues. It can't find the source, but a final post-credits scene shows a shadowy figure uploading files from a med server in a dark apartment across the city. Their face is never revealed. This cliffhanger has fans speculating that Med could be heading into a cybercrime arc for the next season, something never before explored in the One Chicago universe. Exit wounds. Who's not coming back? 2 major cast members are confirmed to be leaving after the finale, but their exits are anything but simple. Dr. Will Halstead, tired of fighting the system and burned out from years of ethical battles, turns in his badge and coat. But instead of taking another hospital job, he reveals plans to open a community clinic on the South Side, a nod to his brother Jay Halstead's legacy on Chicago PD. The second exit, Sharon Goodwin. After years of fighting hospital bureaucracy, she's offered a position on the Illinois State Medical Board. It's a bittersweet goodbye, filled with tributes and flashbacks, but she departs on her own terms, with Maggie, Crockett, and Dr. Charles watching proudly as she walks out for the final time. So what's next for Chicago Med? With old flames reigniting, new faces arriving, and massive shakeups in leadership, the stage is set for a wild new chapter. Whether you're shipping Crockett and Grace, still craving more Dr. Choi, or just want to know who's behind the hack, one thing's for sure, Chicago Med just delivered a finale worthy of a standing ovation. And if you thought the emotional roller coaster was over, think again. Season ____ might just be the most explosive yet.